Hello everyone, welcome to Rapid Reads Club. Today we are discussing a deeply insightful and practical book, The Art of Happiness. This book explores a fundamental human question: how can we live a truly happy life? Its answer is clear and powerful. Happiness is the purpose of life and it can be developed from within. Let us talk about the authors first of all. This book is a collaboration between Dalai Lama and Cutler. Dalai Lama is a global symbol of peace and compassion. His teachings focus on mental discipline, kindness, and inner peace rather than external success. And Cutler, a trained psychiatrist who connects these spiritual ideas with modern psychology, making them practical and easy to apply. Together, they present a system of happiness that is both philosophical and scientific. Let us talk about the core idea of the book. The core message of the book is that happiness is not determined by external conditions but by our internal state of mind. People often believe, I will be happy when I get money, success, or respect. But the book challenges this belief by explaining external achievements bring only temporary pleasure. Inner peace creates lasting happiness. Therefore, happiness depends on how we think, react, and interpret life experiences. The first key idea of this book is happiness is a skill. This book explains that happiness is not something fixed. Instead, it is trainable and it improves with patience and with practice and awareness. For example, a person who practices gratitude daily becomes more positive. A person who controls anger becomes calmer over time. Just like physical exercise that strengthens the body, mental training also strengthens emotional well-being. This means anyone, regardless of background, can become happier. The second key idea of this book is train your mind. Our mind naturally produces negative thoughts such as anger, jealousy, fear, hatred. These emotions disturb our peace. The book suggests observe your thoughts carefully and challenge negative thinking, and also replace it with patience and understanding. For example, instead of reacting with anger, pause and ask, is this reaction helpful or harmful? Over time, this practice creates emotional control, mental clarity, and inner stability. The third key idea of this book is the importance of compassion. Compassion is not just a moral value, it is a practical tool for happiness. This book explains when we focus only on ourselves, we feel stress and dissatisfaction. When we care for others, we feel connected and fulfilled. Which means compassion leads to better relationships, reduce anxiety, and bring greater emotional strength. Even small acts of kindness can improve your mood and reduce negative thinking. The fourth key idea of this book is dealing with suffering. Suffering is an unavoidable part of life. However, the book makes an important distinction. Pain is physical or external, and suffering is mental and internal. Two people can face the same problem, but one becomes depressed and other stays calm. Why? Because of their mindset. The book suggests accept reality instead of resisting it. Look for meaning in difficulties and use challenges as opportunities to grow more. This approach reduces emotional pain and builds resilience. The fifth key idea of this book is value of human relationships. Human beings are social by nature. The book highlights that emotional support is essential for happiness. Strong relationships create security and trust. In contrast, isolation leads to loneliness and anxiety. The key is to build relationships based on trust, respect, and genuine care. The more meaningful your relationships are, the more stable and happy your life becomes. The sixth key idea of this book is about change your perspective. Many problems are not as serious as we think. They become serious because of our interpretation. The book teaches always look at situations from multiple angles. Avoid extreme thinking. For example, instead of thinking this is a disaster, try thinking like that this is a challenge and I can learn from this challenge. So, this shift in thinking reduces stress, improves decision making, and increases your emotional balance. The seventh key idea of this book is avoid overdependence on material wealth. Modern society often connects happiness with money, luxury, and status. However, the book explains these things provide comfort, not inner peace. Many wealthy people still feel anxiety, loneliness, and dissatisfaction. True happiness depends on mental peace, emotional stability, and meaningful life purpose. Material things should be used but not relied upon for happiness. So, let's talk about the importance of this book. This book is extremely valuable because it provides practical mental exercises to improve daily life. It connects ancient wisdom with modern psychology, and it helps to develop emotional intelligence and self awareness. It also teaches how to remain calm in difficult situations. Most importantly, it gives a clear message you have control over your happiness. This is the main line, that you have to control over your happiness. So, conclude, we can say that happiness is not in the outside world, it is inside. Happiness is not automatic, it is developed. Happiness is not temporary, it can be long lasting. By training your mind and by practicing compassion and by challenging your perspective, you can create a life of peace, balance, and true satisfaction. If you found this detailed summary helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rapid Reads Club for more powerful book insights. Thank you for listening.